Hey all, welcome back. So a little note to self video. Don't do watermelons, cantaloupe in the garden. It isn't big enough. And I don't know if I covered the mystery plant. I wasn't sure what it was. It's a zucchini and it's flooding my tomatoes now. The watermelon cantaloupe, I just had to cut some of it back. It's taken over like 3/4 of my garden. So yeah, bad idea. Lettuce didn't do good. Rabbits got to that. I need to make a fence around my garden. The snow peas and green beans are completely flooded out by watermelon. And yeah, spinach is gone, but at this point it's getting to the point where it's producing seeds. So I'm gonna let it do its thing. But it looks like the rabbits got to it, tore it up. So it's probably not gonna get any seeds out of it. Onions are a mess. Not a good year this year. So I think what I'm going to do is create a small walk path in the middle of the garden for next year. I'm gonna build a fence around it, keep rabbits out. Probably try to establish a hoop house again for the winter, just so I can start stuff a little earlier next year. Though it's not ideal because north is kind of towards that corner up by the shed, and that's where I want obviously I want my tomato plants because they get big. I think I'm going to actually next year run them along this side, probably the peppers in between them. Or, you know what, maybe I'll do it this way, on this side, because that's how my parents' garden is. They have the tomatoes along the back of the house, and everything else in front of it kind of tapering down, smaller stuff towards the edge of the garden. So, yeah, I'll do that, the tomatoes, then the peppers, and then over here I'll do my greens. We'll see. Getting a lot of cucumbers though. I think it was a smart move putting having the cucumbers on this tomato cage. Don't know if you can see down there. There's a good bit of cucumbers growing right there. I got more all through. So I'm having pickles this year. So that's a pass. The peppers, can't really get to them, but They aren't doing anything. I don't think they're getting enough sun where they're at. But if they make it through the season, I'm going to try and winterize them so I can use the same plants next year. I don't know if it'll work. I've never done it before, but we'll find out. Guess I'll make a video on that just to keep tabs on it so I know how to do it from year to year. My carrots are overgrown. My entire garden's overgrown, but the carrots are really bad. I tried thinning them out, but there's a lot. So yeah, I don't think I'm doing watermelon again. Maybe when I have more land to work with, more area, I'll do watermelon and cantaloupe again, but I don't think I'm going to do them again next year. I don't know if I'm going to keep them this year because they're just taking over the garden and killing everything off. Had a couple of tomatoes. They kind of fell off, rotted before I could get to them. No big deal, it's only 2. I got a ton more tomatoes. They're actually doing pretty good. Not getting a lot of red, but a lot of greens. But honestly with those I'm getting a lot more growth, not a lot of fruit. Also doesn't help I keep missing suckers. I need to really focus and take them out. Like right here, that's a sucker. I want to keep pulling them off. I want to get them when they're little so you don't hurt the plant. Also doesn't help so much. Tomato plants are 6 foot tall. It's still getting bigger. I actually gotta work with that a little bit. I don't want to choke them out. Beef steaks right here. They're getting tall. Not producing anything though. Oh no, I've got a couple down here. So I'm getting something. Sweet potatoes starting to take off. I think these are Yukon Golds. They're doing pretty good. They're losing a lot of color though. I don't know, I might have to pull those out of the bin soon and see if I get anything out of them. We'll see. I gotta look up when I plant them and see how long it takes for them to be ready. Who knows, I might get one potato out of it. Who knows? I mean, who knows really? They're joys of your root vegetables, I guess. You don't really know what you got till you dig them up. My onions are buried in this mess. They are... I also didn't bury them deep enough. So, note to self, plant your onion starts deeper. Because they're all like popping out of the soil. Some of them were deep enough, but yep. It's been a while since I made a video. Just not much going on. Haven't really had time with it. I'm trying to get the garden under control. So yeah. Well, I think that about covers it. Actually, I'm kind of wondering if the reason I'm not getting a lot of fruit is maybe, I don't know, maybe the pollinators. No, I don't know. I'm not, if anybody out there knows, are tomatoes self-pollinating, and their peppers are. I also did get a lot of zucchini so far. Picked a good bit out of that jumbled mess of a plant. And I guess I don't think cucumbers are self-pollinating, so maybe they're good. I don't know. Anyhow, yeah, I guess that's all I got. Sorry if I'm seem like I'm out of it. Heat and not so much the pollen anymore, but wildfires going on up north. Smoke's coming down here, and it's beating the crap out of me. I don't have the best breathing capabilities, if you will. I don't really want to get into my medical history, but yeah. Catch y'all in the next one, I guess.